I came from Philadelphia after coming down with some people who had a boat here, the Oxford Boat Yard, what was then called Crockett's Boat Yard, and sailed here. And I came from Philadelphia suburbs, where I lived in a 6-bedroom Victorian house with 4 children who were gradually going out the door. And so did a husband as we parted ways. And I brought my 12-year-old down here and said, I'm starting a new life. I talked to Marie Hilliard, who owns the Masthead restaurant. And I called her while she was flipping burgers at lunchtime, and she's a Cockney English woman. And she said, oh dear, you must come down. She said, but you have to like ducks and men over 65. This theater started the night I moved here.
I saw that in the article.
You saw that in the article. And I stood in that back hall with my daughter, with the borrowed chairs from the firehouse, and watched my future son-in-law, Skipper Marquis, and I went like this to Lee and said, this town's not too bad. And other people who began it, the postmaster who began it, Bill Tull, and people who are still with us, and many who have left. I think it's love. I just love the process. I love working as a team. Theater is teamwork. We work every rehearsal, somebody gives me an idea, and I either squash it or take it, and it's a privilege to have that kind of communion with people and to produce something. Well, I saw the dining room in New York in a small theater, and I was just blown away by what they did. They did 3 males and 3 females playing 56 parts with no costume changes and no props. They just brought out what you're supposed to be eating cake and you're supposed to be drinking tea, and they did bring out teacups and stuff, but very little. And I thought, what a challenge that is for the actor, what fun it is for the audience. People were rolling and crying, and between laughs they were crying, and it was just, and I am a total Gurney fan. After that, I've done 3 other Gurney plays. I think he touches on just regular lives of people. He can write about a regular life and take a grandfather and a grandson asking for money for a car or for prep school, or he can take a situation that we've all been in, or reading this is what I want in my obituary kind of conversation, or did you see the finch? Come in, you must watch the birds. He can do all of those things that people do in everyday life and make them very funny and very sweet and touch people. So I guess that's why I like him. It's creativity. It's my brush. It's my pencil. It's my camera. It's my way. My marathon. It's my way of, I don't want to use the word dissecting, but dividing and conquering a challenge, which is what everybody who does art is doing and expressing at the same time. And the pain, sweat, and joy that you have working with an actor to birth that part, to bring that person to life, in this case is on fast forward, because I asked each of the actors to give me only a paragraph, usually it was a page, of a character description of their characters. And they have approximately 3 or 4 minutes for each of those characters. So you have to hit the ground running. You have to be identifiable to the audience. You were last in a raincoat as a prospective buyer of this dining room, and you're now coming on as the grandson asking for prep school money. So you have to come out and give them a chance to go, oh, wasn't he the one that was just there in the, yeah. They have to do that while you're still talking, and then identify with your character. So it's a fabulous challenge for the actor and for me to help him. We have a thoughtful audience. We have an experienced audience. I would say that they would have maybe a different look back at some things that occurred in their lives. as one of those characters? Because everybody has been at least one of those characters in that audience. A mother, a father, a child, a psychiatrist, a real estate agent, a maid. It's kind of watching the old East Coast upper middles
Wasps.
who use the dining room for many things, and it traverses a time period that could be anywhere from the 20s to the 90s. In some scenes it's the 20s, in some scenes it's the 90s. You can decide for yourself.